Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer and welcome to a new playthrough video. If you don't recognize this setup, then you're probably not familiar with the game called Final Girl. This is a solo horror game. I have been fascinated by this game since I first saw it played. It's currently wrapping up its second Kickstarter, which the way this works is it's campy. It's like the old 80s horror movies like Friday the 13th. And you play the final girl, the last girl standing, and you're going up against a killer. And what's really interesting about this game is that it's not just one girl and one killer. They have made they treated it like a movie, all right? There are expansions to this game that allow you to add different girls, different final girls, and different villains. And they're breaking them up into seasons. Season 1 had 5 girls and 5 villains. Actually, there's 10 girls because each expansion comes with 2 different girls you can play. Season number 1 had 5 bad guys, 10 final girls. Season 2, which they just kickstarted, and I don't think they're either fulfilling the Kickstarter 2 right now or getting close to it. But I have the Season 1 game, and this is the number 1, as of right now. This was and still remains the number 1 kickstarted solo board game. It was designed from the ground up as a solo game. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play through a game, but I want to do the setup first because there's a lot to do here. I can play as Laurie or Reiko, and each one of them has a special ability. Like when you rescue a certain number of victims, or I guess they're not victims unless they're caught. But when you get some survivors off the map, you cover these 6 things, and when you cover all 6, you flip the card over, and your hero girl gets a bonus ability. So I've got to choose between Laurie or Reiko. What's really interesting about this game, they really just did it up. There's these little let me take this out so you can see. There's these little hidden secrets in the game. This one says, for Laurie's eyes only. Do not open until you have survived a game with Laurie. And my guess is, based on the size of the card, it's either an item or an event. I just don't know. I'm going to suspect an item card. I don't know because I never saw this when I was watching the game played. This is totally new to me. And there's one for Reiko as well. For Reiko's eyes only. Do not open until you've survived a game with Reiko. So my guess is that once you survived a game, they're going to get some special item that you can from that point on use in future games. Now I have the 5 different scenarios, so I have 10 different final girls to play. So it's going to be a while before I find all the secrets. The game is very interesting. The kit that defines the story, like this one is called Camp Happy Trails. It comes with these removable box covers. One of them, they're magnetized, so you put one on, and it pops off, and it's the bad guy, in this case, Hans. So it goes on, and then the other one is the map for the particular setting, Camp Happy Trails. It goes on and magnetizes, and it creates this box, and that's what it looks like. There's your final girls, and it's got both girls on the outside. And to just get the game going, you don't need these mats. These came with the box I ordered, but you don't need them. You can just play with what comes in the box. I got these neoprene mats because I thought they would make it easy to organize everything. So these mats are used to track things like the killer's health, how rabid they are, how much of a killing spree they're on. And also the location of like victims and the hero and the villain and things like that. Now, for the game, you have a time frame here that tracks the time. You also have I forget where it is, this little icon to track the dice, how many dice you can roll. But I'll explain the game as I'm playing it, but what I'm going to do right now is I wanted to just show you the game and explain that in just a moment I'm going to have the game all set up. I want to refresh myself or refresh my memory on the rules for like the items and the events and all that. I'll be back very shortly and we'll get started playing Final Girl. All right, it is time to play Final Girl. I have shuffled up all the decks, the item cards, the tarot cards, the event cards. I've got the cards that I can buy with extra time set up here. I have my standard 6 cards that have 0 time costs. Hans has 12 health. I have 5. And I'm choosing Laurie. She's going to be the one I'm playing tonight. When I cover these 6, if I cover them with victims, rescued victims, I get to flip the card over and use her special ability. So this all starts out in the action phase where I get to do some actions. Right now the killer is, I revealed the bonfire, which put the killer here, me on the opposite side, and then there are 6 victims in the fire pit, 1 at the well, 2 at makeout point, and 1 at this crossways here. All right, at the start of every game, you draw an event card, so let's do that. Dark Waters. Place the Dark Waters token at the lake. All victims at the lake are killed. What? Well, I don't have any victims there, so they dodged that. There's a token for Dark Waters? Let's see. Yeah, maybe there is. Each of the expansions comes with its own little token that represents something. So I guess it's this to remind me that if someone enters Dark Waters, they die instantly, because that's what it says. When a victim enters the lake, they are killed immediately. So you don't want them running to the lake. All right, my turn. Now, obviously my goal is to defeat Hans, but I also need to rescue a lot of these victims. And seeing that the majority of them, 6 of them, are at the fire pit, that's where I want to go. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do a walk. But before I do a walk, I want to do a focus. Focus is going to allow me to try to increase or decrease the terror value. I want to move it into the green so that I can start using 3 dice versus 2. So let's see how this is going to work. I got a single success, but only if I discard 2 cards, which I am going to do. I will discard Short Rest because I don't need it because I'm fully healed. And I'll discard Weak Attack because he's nowhere near me where I can attack him. So this becomes a success. And with a success, I can decrease this by 1. And it takes 1 time off. It starts at 6, and now it's down to 5. Alright, so that's done. What else can I do? I need to walk. Actually, let's do another focus. Let's try and get that meter moved. 1 success and 2. If I discard these last 2 cards, I can decrease. Well, if I only do 1, I can still do it. It doesn't make sense to do it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to decrease this by 1, decrease the time by 1, and that card's gone. Now I need to walk. If I get 2 stars, I can move up to 2 spaces, which will get me at least to... Where does she start? She starts right here. So 1, 2. All right, 2 stars. Come on. I got 1 star and a double. I don't have 2 cards to discard to turn this. So 1 will let me move 1 space, and I have to take it down a time. And that is it. I can't do anything more with that. So the cards I discarded, they go to the side until the upkeep phase. It is now the planning phase where I use what remaining time I have to purchase additional cards. Now these 0 time cards, they're good, but they're weak. These are where you get some real power. I have 3, which will allow me to do a sprint for 2, so that lowers it down to 1, and I've got 1 card left. Well, the only thing I can buy is a close call, which allows you to re-roll a die. Alright, so that's all I can do. It is now the killer's turn. Now the killer's basic attack is victim, or find a victim, the nearest victim or first girl, and then kill her. No one is in his spot, so that does not happen. But you still draw a tarot card. The tarot card says fire. Roll a die to determine which space bursts into flames. Oh my, come on, really? Cabins, utility shed, or dock? Cabins, utility shed, dock. I don't have anybody in any of those, so All victims in that space are killed. Discard all item cards from that space. If you are or an enemy are there, you lose a heart. Well, it doesn't matter. I rolled a 3, which means the utility shed would have been up in flames. So anyway, nothing there. That's good. Now it is the panic phase. No victims were killed, so you don't have to roll for panic. Anytime a victim is killed, if there are any other victims within the spot where the killer is, they will flee, or they'll attempt to flee. And then the upkeep phase. During this phase, you take the cards that you discarded during the turn, and you put them in the pile to be purchased. Well, these are all free cards, so they all go here, and I can't get those back until the planning phase of the next turn. So now we start the next turn, but I have to do my actions before I can do the planning. So this resets to 6. I only have walk, sprint, and close call. The walk, I can move up to 2 spaces. 1, 2. So if I rolled 2 stars, if I got lucky, I could get here, take 2 of these, and maybe use my sprint card to get to safety. So let's see what we get. I got 1 star and 1 flat. I am going to play this. Play after any horror roll to reroll any 1 die. I'm going to play it. I'm going to reroll this one. And I still failed it. It says I can move up to 1 space. So I'm going to move here. And I'm going to need this sprint to get away. So I'm going to hold on to that. That is the end of my turn. Now it is the I just did a walk, which burned 1 time, and now I have 5 left. What I can buy is, I want to buy a distraction, which is going to help me move that up. Hopefully that's 3. So now I'm down to 2. I definitely want to buy a close call for 1, so now I'm down to 1, and that's it. I don't have enough to, and I get all my free cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can only have a maximum of 10 cards in your hand. I have 8, so I'm good to go. Now it's the killer phase. Again, he will kill anyone in his spot. He's not. Draw a terror card. If there are no victims on the board, well, there are. All victims in your space must panic twice. All right, so here's how panic works. On each space, there are numbers that lead to other areas. You basically roll a d6, and the number tells you where they go. So this single one will panic twice. So the first panic, 5, they are going to flee here, and then they're going to flee 2. Back. They come right back. All right, fair enough. Then he will target anyone in his spot and kill. There's nobody there. Then he will go to the nearest victim and move. So the nearest victim is, for these, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For this, it's 1, 2. So he definitely is going to move. Wow. Move it towards this guy. Not good for you, little man. All right, that is it for the killer phase. Panic phase, nobody died, so don't have to roll for the panic. And then the upkeep phase, these cards go back to their spots. All right, there. Now it is my turn. This goes back up to 6. And let's do that distraction. That would be really good to have. Because if I can get 2 stars, I can move the terror track 2 spaces, which means I'll start being able to roll 3 dice instead of 2. So come on. I got both failed. So I will do the close call, and I get to re-roll both for a cost of 2 time. I have to discard 2 cards. I'll discard the weak attack and the short rest because I don't need them right now, and I get to move this down 1. So now I'm at 3 dice, and I get to move the timer up 1. So that was okay. Not a bad use of the discard of the distraction. So now I need to walk and get over here. So walking, I get to roll 3 dice now. I rolled a single star, which allows me to move up to one space. So I'm going to drag this guy with me. And now I'm there, and that used up a time. And now I'm going to use this sprint. And hopefully I can roll 2 stars. Come on. I cannot. I can only shed 2 to turn this into a single star, which allows me to move 2 spaces. 1, 2, which unfortunately is going to put me at the killer's space. The killer is going to take... Oh, no, I can go this way. 1, 2. Never mind. I'm going to take 2 of them this way. 1, 2. Now, when they reach one of the exit points, there's 1 in each corner here and 1 up top. These run away, and you get to place them on your card. I can choose to give me more time, 2 times. I can get a heart. I can move a space, take an action card of up to 2 cost, or I can improve the horror track, which I think I'm going to do that. I want to move that closer this way because I really like rolling 3 dice. And then this one, take an action card 2 max. I could take the sprint and get back there because I just used this sprint, which burned a time, and I have no cards left. So, and I've got 3 time. Ooh, not good. I am going to get a walk back, which will be good. I think I'm going to take a chance here and put it on the... Do I want to get that sprint card and try for it? It would allow me to go 3 spaces. I could go all the way back here. And then the walk would allow me to move 2, which I could take 2. I'm going to try that. I'm going to take an action card. I'm going to take the sprint. And I'm going to play it this turn. So, come on. I need 2 stars. And I got zippo nada. So, if you fail, you lose a heart. And you lose 2 time. 1, 2. I'm down to one time point to buy a card. So now during the planning stage, I get my freebie back, and I just have 1. So all I can do is choose the close call, and that is it for my turn. The villain hero will kill anybody in his spot. Nope. Now he draws a terror card. Place 1 new victim at the cabins. There, and it goes up 2. 1, 2. Darn it. All right, that's fine. At least he didn't move, right? So now it is the panic phase. No one died, so don't have to do that. And the upkeep phase. These cards go back to their respective spots. Sprint, sprint, 0, 0, 0, distraction. 0, 0, 1. All right. My turn. All right. Sorry, got interrupted. Where was I? The upkeep phase I just did. So it's now my turn. All I've got is walk and close call. So, and I'm rolling 2 dice again. So let's see what we can do. I rolled a single star, which allows me to move up to 1 space. And it costs a time. I go back to 6. Now I'm down to 5. I'm not going to use my close call to re-roll that. I guess I could. Yeah, I am going to do that. I'm going to use the close call, re-roll this one, and it failed anyway. All right, so bum. All right, now it is the planning phase where I get to buy cards. I'm at 5. I have nothing to move, so I definitely, what am I getting back here? I'm getting a couple walks, I think, or 1. I'm getting 1 walk, which is good. So I need a sprint for 2. Got 6 cards in my hand. I really want that distraction again, so I'm going to use that to get 3, and I'm down to 0 time. So I can't buy any more cards. Now it's the killer phase. He attacks in his spot. There's no one there. We draw a terror card. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw another terror. So there are. So in this case, he's going to target the nearest victim, not me. 2 boots means he will move up to the speed of the boots. The speed is 1, so he'll move 2 spaces, 1, and he'll attack for twice. And that doesn't matter because it will still kill this one. So that's all he can do. Man, so he killed somebody. This goes in the victim pool, and his terror or his bloodlust goes up 1. So let me explain the bloodlust. As this every time he kills a victim, this goes up. His speed will increase and his damage will increase at certain key points. Now, right now, it's still 1 move and 2 damage. It only takes 1 damage to kill a victim, but the 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 is for me. I mean, if he attacks me and he's at 1 or 2 damage, he won't kill me in 1 shot. But when he gets up 3, 4, 5, yeah, he could easily take me out. So I don't want this bloodlust moving up too fast. All right, that's the end of his turn. Panic phase. He killed somebody, but there's no one else in his spot, so there's no panic roll. During the upkeep phase, these cards go back to their spots, and now it is my turn. All right, first thing I need to do is obviously get to them. I'm going to play the distraction again because I really need to be rolling. Do I have a? I didn't grab a close call. Oops. Come on. I got 1 star and 2 of those. The 1 star will allow me to move this up, and I gain a time, so I'm up to 7. Now I get to roll 3 dice. Now I need to walk over here. All I need is just 1 star. I got a single star, so I can move a space, and then the timer goes down 1, so I'm down to 6. So these got burned. Now I need to get 2 people off. I can get up to 2 to follow me every time. So I'm going to do the sprint. I'm going to do the sprint and try to get away. I need 1 or 2 stars. Either one will work. I got a single star, which allows me to move 2 spaces. So I'm going to take 2 more and go 1, 2, and tell these 2, run away. I'm going to use this to gain my heart back, my single heart, and I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this to gain 2 time. That would allow me to buy some really good cards. I'm going to use this to gain 2 times, so it goes up to 8. And I'm still not done. I could do a few things. I'm going to do a focus, which, if I'm successful, allows me to reduce the terror token and gain more time. But I need 2 stars to do that. And I got 2 stars. So this comes down 1, and I go up time 2. 1, 2. So I'm up to 10 for the time. I could burn another focus, but I think at this point I'm okay, because what this is going to allow me to do with the high time is get some of these powerful cards, like Critical Blow. There's only 1 of them, and it costs 6, but I need that in case he comes into my spot. I could possibly hurt him back. I also need... All right, so that was 6, so it's down. Now I'm down to 4. I am going to do a... Well, I need a sprint for 2, so that's down to 2. And I'm gonna get both close calls for 1 each, and that knocks me down to 0. So I am back up to a nice set of cards, and it is now the bad guy's turn. So on his turn, he will stab someone in his spot. There's no one there. We reveal the terror card. If there are no victims, discard and draw the next terror. Well, there's plenty of victims. All victims will move 1 space toward the closest enemy. Seriously? All victims. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, no, no. They can move here. Oh, no. They can move into this spot. Ah, and this one will move here, and these 2 will move here. Oh, no. Then he will kill 1. Oh, that goes here. His bloodlust goes up. Now the bloodlust went up 1. His attack is still 1, or his movement still 1. His attack's 2, but the terror track drops. So I'm still at the 3, so that's okay. Then the nearest victim he will move. Well, he doesn't have to because there's already 2 victims there. So I'm going to have to rescue those 2 if I have any hope of pulling this off. Because if he kills both of them, his terror track is going to, his bloodlust is really going to move up. So he's killed 2 victims, right? Yep. 1, 2. Yeah. So, ugh. All right. My upkeep phase, these cards go back into their spaces. And distraction. All right. Oh, man. So I'm here. I need to move 2 spaces. I don't even have a walk. All I have is a sprint. Oh, that's not good. Well, I could cut my losses. I can't cut through the lake because I'll lose a health if I do. Oh, man. Oh, wait a minute. He just killed someone on his terror. He drew the terror card. He killed someone. Now it's, I'm sorry, now it's the panic phase. So these 2 will panic. How did I miss that? Okay, so I forgot to do the panic stage. All right, so let's go back. So for the first one is going to go 1. He will go here. And the second one will go 1, will flee here. Well, that's good. They fled. At least they were smart enough to flee. All right. Now it's my turn. All right. 1, 2, 3. I would have to roll 2 stars. I'm on 3. I'm going to play my sprint and see how far I can move. I need 2 stars. And I got 2 stars. So I can go 1, 2, 3. And these 2 will follow me. But the problem is I no longer have, and that burned 1 time. So I went from 6 down to 5. But now I do not have a walk to get them off the board. What I can do, I'm at full health. I can't do any attacks because he's on a thing. So all I can do is focus and maybe gain some time and move that terror track down 1. So I'm going to roll 3 dice, and I'm hoping for 2 stars. I got 2 stars. So this moves 1, and I also gain 2 time. 1, 2. So that is really good because that is the end of my turn. There's nothing else I can play. So during the planning phase, I have 7 time to buy cards. So I definitely want a sprint. I definitely want, well, I get the walk back. And I get all these back. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can buy 1 more card. I just bought the sprint for 2, so it went down here to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I got 1 more card for a total of 5. The long rest sounds good, but I'm not. I'm going to take the. I think I'm going to take the retaliate for 4 because it will allow me to reduce the damage he does and also do damage back. So we'll see how that works out because I'm worried if he moves here, then I'm going to have to fight him. All right, let's see what happens. That's the end of my turn, the killer turn. He will stab anybody in his spot. There's nobody there. Draw a terror card. That's not what I needed. But he's not, this moves down 2. 1, 2. And he moves 2. He only has to move 1. He's in there, but he didn't attack them, which is good. There's no attack emblem. So he just moved. He used all his energy to get to me. So now panic phase doesn't happen because nobody died. And the upkeep phase, this single sprint card goes back. So I've got a nice big hand of cards here that I can hopefully get these girls or victims out of here. What I really want to do is attack because he's here and I have this critical blow. So I could really take some hit points off of him. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I need to roll, I don't know, this goes back to 6. This focus would go back in here because I forgot to take it and put it in the discard pile to go back there. All right, so the critical blow, I need to roll 2 stars. Come on. I did not, but I did roll 2 of these that I can turn into stars by, you know what? I can burn 2 time to reroll all those dice. I'm going to do that. I'm going to burn 2 time, and I'm going to play a close call, and I'm going to reroll them. And that's even worse. Now I got to now I can only get 1. I'm gonna burn my second close call and 2 time and burn them again. Roll them again. 2 stars finally. All right, so I do 3 damage to him. So 3 hearts go away. 3 hearts, and this goes down 1. So now I'm back to. I was at 2 dice. That shouldn't have happened, but I'm gonna let it go. I should have only rolled 2 dice. So that gets burned. And now I could do a weak attack. I'm going to do a weak attack. Might as well before I need to move. I got 2 stars, which does another point of damage to him. That's good. Where am I putting the hearts? Right here. All right. Do I have anything else that attacks? No. I got nothing. All I can do is a walk. I need at least 1 star. And I got nothing. I lose 2 time on that. 1, 2. I'm down to 0 time. So the best I can. So I can't do anything. I cannot do anything because it all take. I could focus. I'm down to 0 time. And if I fail this, I'm really in trouble. I'm gonna focus. Come on, 3 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars. I got 1, but I'm going to turn this into a star by getting rid of short walk, or short rest, and sprint by making these both successes, which gives me, this lowers down 1, and I gain 2 time, 1, 2. All right, now I need to get away from him, so I will play the walk again. Come on. I got a single star, which allows me to move 1 space. So I take these 2 with me. They upgrade. This one gives me plus 2 time. So this goes, I just walked. So it dropped 1, and then I went back up 2. So I'm at 3. And then I'm going to put the other one here, which says move 1 space. Well, unfortunately, this is not good. Because if you have to do it. I don't think you cannot. Move 1 space. So I move here, and now I'm back in his spot. That is the end of my turn. It is now, I have 3 left. So all I can do is, I get the free one back, the focus. And with 3 points, I could buy a... Oh, man. I guess I could buy a guard. Which is, yeah, let's do that. I'm going to buy a guard for 2, and now I'm down to 1, and I don't have anything else to buy, so that's it. So that's the end of my turn. On his turn, he strikes, and he takes, he does 2 damage, so I lose 2 health, just like that. Then he draws a terror card, and this is where it could get bad for me. If there are no victims on the board, there are. All victims that are not in your space panic, so all of these are going to panic, so let's do that. Let's do this one. 5 will move... Oh, moves into my space. These 2, the first one, 6, moves here. And the second one moves 1, which is into the lake, where they die. And the terror track goes up 1. Great. Then, after that, he attacks. Well, he attacks the victim. Which, oh, do I want to do that? Yeah, I have to, because otherwise I'll be down to almost no health. I'll try and escape with that one. I'll take the damage. I'm down to 1 health. 1. That's the end of the terror thing. It is now the panic phase. Well, this one, nobody died, so she doesn't panic, so she'll follow me this turn. But I don't have a walk, so I can't get away. This may have been that may have been poor planning on my part. All right, so we might get lucky. All right, well, he's going to kill that victim. That's all there is to it, because he'll kill that victim. I took the damage. He'll kill the victim. But on the next turn, he would hit me anyway because I can't wait. So it's 6 of one, half does the other. All right. So panic phase is gone. The upkeep phase, all the cards go back to their spots. And 0, 0, 0. These go here. Those go there. And the 6 goes here. All right. I'm back up to 6. It is my turn. Oh, you know what I could have done? He attacks me. Let's put these 2 back and see how this plays out. I could have played one of these blue cards, which allows you to do. This is only when the guy attacks you. So I'm at 3 dice. So I could do. I'm going to do retaliate, which if I roll 2 stars, I ignore all damage and I do 2 damage back. Let's do that. And I got a single star, which allows me to reduce his attack by 2, so he does not take the 2 health off. And I do a point of damage, so I just did a point of damage to him. And that retaliate is gone. So that was good. And now it would have been no panic, upkeep. The retaliate would have gone back here, and now it's my turn. And unfortunately, I can't do anything. I can't move. I can't, can't do anything. So all I can do is guard if he attacks me again, which he's going to do. So it is now the end of my turn. I have 6 to buy. I will buy the Furious Strike for 4. Down to 2. And then I will buy I'll get a walk back. I get all these back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will buy a close call I'll buy both close calls for 2, and that knocks me down to 0. So I've got all my cards. So I've just got to survive this next round. Man. Okay, his turn. He will attack me or the victim. Well, I will take the hit, but I will use a guard to try and avoid it. So on 1 star or 2, I avoid it. I just need a star. There it is. I got the stars, so I ignore all damage. So he did not get away, but I still got to draw a terror card. And that's good. Okay, so this drops by 2. 1, 2. And then he will move to the nearest victim or me up to 2 spaces, and he's there. So here's where we're going to have to book it. I need to do a lot of things. I need to do a short rest. I need to do a walk. I could do an attack, but oh, you know what? I forgot to do this. These 6 flip her card over, and it says whenever you do damage, inflict 1 more. Well, earlier when I did that retaliate, it did damage, so he loses 1 more health. I totally forgot about that part. So he's down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's at 6 health. I'm at 3. All right. If I do a weak attack and I roll at least 1 star, I'll do 2 damage and lose a health. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to play weak attack and roll. Come on. I got 2 stars. So I do 1 damage plus her bonus, so I do 2 more damage. That was well worth it. Now I'm going to, and I do have a Furious Strike. Furious Strike would get rid of his final 3 hearts and leave him with 1 health. Oh, I could end this right here. And I still got the walk, so I could run and get this victim off if this fails. Well, if I roll 1 star or no stars, the turn automatically ends. But I do have a reroll. I have 2 rerolls, so this went back up to 6, and then I just did a weak attack, which cost no time. And let me just see what I got here. Look at all my cards. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the Furious Strike. 3 stars, or 2 stars. Come on. I only got a single, so I am going to play a close call, which burns 2 time to reroll all dice. Come on. 2 stars. I got a single star, which is still going to end my turn. That's not going to help me. But I would do 2 damage. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to re-roll all dice? Any 1 die, or re-roll all dice for 2? You know what? I got to get away. I'm going to... The Furious Strike... Well, I can't, because right now it failed, and I'm going to do 2 damage, and the turn ends. He's going to attack me. I have no way to guard against that. So I have to do this. I have to play my close call and re-roll again, lose 2 time. Oh, come on. And all I got is a single... Oh, man. A single star. Because I got to discard 2. I can discard the focus and the walk and turn that into a star. So he loses 2 health. I gain 1 of these, which, darn it, I've been using 3 dice. I should have been using 2. Sorry, I'm not going to retro that. But my turn ends. So I've got 3 cards left. It is now time to buy cards. I've only got 2 points to spend, which means I'm going to have to buy a guard. It is now his turn. He will attack me for 2. So all I can do is roll 3 dice and hope for at least 1 star. I didn't get it, but I can discard 2. I'll discard Short Rest and Focus to turn 1 of these into a star, which will allow me to, what was it? I just did a guard. Oh, that's right. To guard, which will reduce it by 2. So he does no damage. The guard is gone. Now his terror card. This is where it gets bad. Yep, now I'm back down to 2 dice. And he will move to the nearest victim, at least 1, and stab. If he stabs me, I can deal with that. If he stabs the victim, I can't, because that's going to move this up. And his damage will be 3. So 1 more hit and I'm dead. So I will take the hit. 2 damage. I've got 1 health left. And now... all I can do, oh, well, on the upkeep phase, all these go back. So, guard is 2, Furious Strike 4, short rest 0, 0, 0, 0, close calls, weak attack, and guard for 2. All right. I can only do 1 thing, which is walk, and I've only got 2 dice to do it. And I failed, so I lose a heart. I may move up to 1 space, lose a heart, and lose 2 time, or I can just lose 2 time. Well, I might as well lose 2 times, so I'm down to 4. This is not good. Not good at all. So now I've got 4 time to spend. I'll buy a Retaliate and hope for the best. It is now his turn. This is going quick. I've got 1 health left. He will strike for 2 at me. I'm going to retaliate, and hopefully I can get at least 1 or 2 stars. I got a star, which allows me to reduce the attack by 2. I do 1 damage, but her ability says if I do a damage, I do a next one. He's got 2 health left, so here's how this works. 1, and this last health goes away. Now, this token was placed face down. I don't know what's on the back side. I have 1 too up there. When you reach this one, you flip it over, and it's possible you get extra heart health. It's kind of like the killer coming back from the dead, or the final girl having 1 last fight in her. So I'm going to flip this over and see if he has any health. If it's 0, then I win. If it's not, he gets health. Oh, he's got 1 health left. All right, so the way you'd recognize this is there are these special tokens. They're white. There's 1 for you and 1 for the victim. If he had gotten 3, I would have placed 2 heart tokens and then this to indicate that's it. He's done. So he's got 1 health left. Now, here's the problem. I do 2. I only have 1, but I don't know what's underneath that, so it could be 0. So it is my turn. Well, that was the... What was that? That was... All right, so he struck me. I did the retaliate, which did damage back, which took him down. That's the end of my turn. No, that's the end of his turn, excuse me. He draws a terror card. This is not good. For every victim that is dead, he recovers a heart. These were the ones that I rescued. 1, 2, 3. So he gets 3 health back, just like that. Plus his final one, that bonus one right there. And this drops 1, so I'm still rolling 2 dice. All right, and because I exhausted the terror deck, his special power. I didn't explain this. There are 2 cards that halves that when you add them together, they make the killer. There's like 4 or 5 of these and 4 or 5 of these. You randomize them, and you draw one. You put them face down over the killer. This one is like a dark power, and it's revealed when the bloodlust reaches this dark power section. This card is revealed when all the terror cards are gone. So I reveal it, and it is Bloodbath. He will always move 2 spots and make 2 strikes. So, oh, man. This is not looking good for me. That is the end of his turn. Well, guess what? I have no cards because I only had that retaliate card. And that's it. That's it for my turn. I cannot. So he's going to kill this guy. So on his turn, he will make 2 attacks. He'll move and make 2 attacks. Well, the first attack kills this one, and then the second one, and this moves up 1. The second one kills me. But again, I don't know. So all the health is gone, and then this flips over and tells me, do I have anything extra? Ooh, I got 2. I could use that. So I've got 2 health left. 1, 2. I'm on my final health. That is it for his turn. This moves down 1 because of this. Now he does 3 damage per strike. So he will kill me if he hits me 1 more time. It is, oh man, it's my turn. I have 6 to buy. I get all my free cards back. I have to finish him. I'm going to buy the critical blow for 6 points. I'm going to buy the 6, and I'm going to finish this fight here. I can only roll 2 dice. I've got 2 attacks, a critical blow, a weak attack, and I could do a short rest and recover some hearts. But running away is not going to happen because even if I move 2 spaces away, he will automatically move 2 spaces and kill. So I can't get away from him. So it's right down to the last fight here. He's got 4 health. If I can roll 2 stars, I'll kill him with my bonus one. I got a single star and I have no reroll. Single star does 2 damage plus her bonus, so that's 3. It reduces the terror and it ends my turn. So he's going to win. Because, oh no, wait a minute. That's the end of my turn. Now I get to buy cards. I just spent, oh, I didn't lose any time on that. So there was no time. So I have 6 cards, 6 time points to buy. Well, guess what? I'm buying a guard and a guard. And I think I forgot to put these retaliate. I think I forgot to put these back, but that's on me. I won't worry about it. The critical blow goes here, and the walk goes here. Actually, the critical blow I just did, right? And it failed. And the walk was the last one, so that goes there. So I've only used 1 card this turn. All right, so I've got 2 guards, which hopefully will keep me alive. And that is the end of my turn. On his turn, he will move up to 2. He doesn't have to. He will do 2 strikes. So the first strike, I need to roll at least, he's doing 3 damage. I need 2 stars. And I only got 1. So I reduce the damage by 2. So I go from 3 down to -2. I'm at 1. I'm at my last health. Then he does a second strike. I will do a guard again for 3 health. I need 2 stars. And guess what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can discard these 4 cards to make these both stars. I ignore all damage. then no fleeing, no upkeep phase. These will go back, but this doesn't really matter because I think this game is over if I either win or lose here. 6. It is now my turn. Weak attack. I will play the weak attack. All I need is 1 star. 1 star. I got 1 star. I do 2 damage to him, so he dies, but I also lose my last heart. But, according to the rules, I'm going to double check this. According to the rules, I win if... I think it said that I win attacking the final girl, defending... Okay, hold on. Ending the action, attacking... I'm pretty confident that it said, the rules said that if you die at the same time as the killer, you win. You still win the game. Panic, upkeep, revealing the finale. Game end. The game ends as soon as you have killed the killer or you are dead. In the rare case that both happen at the same time, you are still victorious because you accomplished your goal, even if it required the ultimate sacrifice. That was fun. That was so fun. I love this. And I have so many more bad guys and final girls to play and locales. I am eating this up. This is going to be great. What was his special or his dark power? His dark power was Blood Frenzy. For every victim that Hans kills, move the bloodlust up +1. Oh, that would have been bad. That could have really ramped this thing up high. Whew, okay, well, that's not good. All right, that was fun. That was really fun. I hope you liked watching this. I saw this game played a while back, and I just thought it was too cool. I didn't have a chance to play it myself, but I thought it was kind of cool. So the real question is, do I get... Oh, you know what? I didn't survive, so I don't get to open up Laurie's little thing because I didn't survive with her. So I'll have to try again with her at some other time. All right, I hope you liked this. This was fun. I definitely will be playing this again. So if you want to see more of this, trust me, it's coming. All right, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer, just playing Laurie versus Hans. The evil is dead. Unfortunately, Laurie is as well, but it was still a fun game to play. All right, until the next game, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Take care.